Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm afraid I've been away for a little while because I've had a sore throat and I've been feeling a bit ill, but I'm back now, so without further ado, let's get into things. So following on from my last video where we were talking about Anthem and why you shouldn't buy it, unfortunately, still going to have to say that you shouldn't yet buy it, but it is moving its way along into the 1.0 stage, 1.0 as I would like to call it. Right now we've got loot being updated, we've got bugs being fixed, we've got a lot of changes coming in, and as you can see from my last video, I was absolutely correct that the game just wasn't in a finished state, and certainly not in a state that you should have spent your money on. So now it's getting there, it's moving along. If you played the game today, you would actually get proper loot when you got to end game. The guns you got wouldn't have ridiculous stats on them, you'd have a lot of bugs fixed, you'd have the main game to do. There are still some major bugs in it. One of which is when you get to the end mission, I had the ridiculous bug where you can't actually progress past the first boss fight and it will literally keep killing you. You have to then go away, kill yourself in the mission. You don't have to quit the mission, as a lot of people have been saying. That's complete nonsense. You literally don't have to do that. All you have to do is kill yourself and it will reset all of the checkpoints and then let you progress past the first boss. But it's really difficult to kill yourself, which is absolutely insane. You have to basically backtrack, stand in some lava for about like 4 minutes until you actually die, and then everything will reset. So yeah, it's still got bugs like that in it, so I can't in all honesty recommend it. And although, as I say, it's now heading on its way to 1.0, so I am going to keep doing these mini videos for you and let you know when it does actually reach 1.0 and when you should actually pull out your wallet and then spend some money on it. It looks like it's going to take a few months, to be totally honest with you. I would completely ignore most of the other videos out there with reviews and stuff because the game just isn't as bad as they're saying it is. It's not good, but it's not terrible. It's not like ridiculous. It does have a game loop that is salvageable. It does have a story, but they kind of need to edit it, to be honest, to get some good parts in there, because it looks like they've just cut out places, especially the bits that would have been in your Strider with your crew. Those seem to have just been completely cut out for no reason whatsoever. So yep, I'll keep you informed when it gets to 1.0, or my version of what should be 1.0. I will let you guys know, and you can open up your wallets, get in there, have fun, and suffer none of the rubbish that people are suffering at the moment. So that's pretty much all we've got to say on Anthem. Now let's move on to The Division 2. The Division 2 has a new beta coming out on Friday. This should be being made on Thursday. I might actually release it on Friday anyway. So if it's on Friday, then it's coming out today. You can download it, play it. It's an open beta, so it's a public beta. You don't have to own the game. You don't have to pre-order the game or anything like that. You do get some really nice loot too, so that should be really interesting. What you get is purely cosmetic, but it does kind of just show that you've played the open beta, and it's a nice way of Ubisoft to actually reward you for doing so. There does also appear to be one extra mission that you can play. So I would highly recommend, if you're on the fence with Division 2, that you go into the public beta, you play it, see if you like the game, see if you're having fun. I mean, I certainly had fun with the private beta, and I plan to jump into this one again as well. I personally love the Division games. They're just like more down to earth. So that's Division news for this week. Excellent game, play the demo, have fun. Once the demo's over, it's oddly been timed with Season 6 of Destiny 2. So if you've been mulling about in Destiny 2, like you still like the game, I mean, like, the game's still fun. The game loop is never going to get old, I guess, because they really have nailed that 30-second little loop of fun that you can have when you go into strikes and all that kind of stuff. So people tend to forgive the really bad stuff, or just drift away from it for a while and then come back for a quick bout. It's going to be Season of the Drifter, and then after that will come the Penumbra, in 3 more months, I guess. So this one is bringing back the Fawn, which, to be honest with you, I'm probably one of the few people that is thinking that's a bad mistake. That gun is, if they bring it back properly, it's designed to like 2-hit kill you, and so you just shoot people twice and you just like let them run off into a corner and die like rats. Not a fun game to play against, and certainly a cheap shot move as it was in Destiny 1. I mean, I remember doing the Fawn quest, getting the gun, going into Crucible, and feeling like I was cheating, quite frankly, because I would 2-tap someone, run away and hide to get my health back. They would be coming up to chase me and then just drop dead because literally the poison tick finished them off. So that's kind of it for the big 3 open world games as a service games out there. As I say, once again, I'll just sort of recap. Wait on Anthem. Don't rush out and buy it yet. It's getting a lot better, but it's not there yet. Division 2, try the demo, see if you like it. If you do, I'd encourage you to pre-order it, get all the bonus stuff. You don't have to pre-order any of the big ones. You don't have to pre-order the gold or the epic or whatever the nonsense is. Just pre-order the basic one and you'll get sort of nice loot. And if you play the demo, you'll also get some extra loot in that. And finally, Destiny is moving on to Season 6, the Season of the Drifter, in next Tuesday's reset, which should bring about the start of the Fawn quest. Gambit will be updated. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but that's probably because, like, if you're like me, no one actually really likes Gambit, and we're all, like, sadly trying to tell Bungie, and Bungie are, like, refusing to listen. But then again, I'm also not one of those people that wants Trials to come back. I mean, the people who want Trials to come back are, quite frankly, cheats. There's no one else who really wanted it to come back because it was just full of people DDoSing you, or full of people, like, doing recoveries, and normal players just didn't enjoy it at all. And it's kudos to Bungie for actually even realising that and standing their ground once they did realise that. If they brought the mode back, it would literally just be not for anyone who actually wants to play the game. It'll just be like for a bunch of people, like, charging for recoveries, and a bunch of people, like, doing, like, streams trying to look cool. But, you know, everyone else, which has Bungie now being an independent studio, have realised is the vast majority of their player base, absolutely freaking hated Trials. So yeah, the only people shouting loudly for Trials are basically a ridiculous handful that won't sustain Bungie in their new scope. So Bungie have wisely gone, yeah, no. So yeah, pretty glad with that, to be honest with you. Anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, do the usual, you know, click the like button, subscribe if you can. Don't if you didn't, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully more regular in this one, because I'm feeling a hell of a lot better. Bye, guys.